Welcome to Run Free and Strong. I'm Reto. It's another back-to-back long run weekend, and I'm running on the Trout Brook Valley Trail on Saturday and the Appalachian Trail on Sunday. Please join me on these two beautiful winter trail runs as I share my 10-week ultramarathon training plan for the 100-mile Canyons Endurance Run by UTMB on April 26, 2024 in Auburn, California. The Canyons is the first opportunity on the road to qualify for Ultra Trail de Mont Blanc or UTMB in 2025. In this video, we'll cover my ultra running journey, training to qualify for UTMB in 2025, going all in on the 100-mile Canyons Endurance Run by UTMB, and my 10-week training plan for Canyons. My ultra running journey. I started my ultra running journey in 2020 with the 100-mile Yeti ultramarathon in Virginia. Unfortunately, I didn't finish my first ultra, and I dropped out after 72 miles due to a lower back injury. However, the lessons learned were invaluable, and I went back to work and 2 months later completed the virtual Yeti 100-miler. Because of the COVID pandemic, I ran 33 loops on a groomed trail at a local park. Seeing the sun rise the next morning is a memory I'll never forget. Bitten by the ultra bug, I won all in 2021 and ran 3 ultramarathons. I've finished 100-mile 7 trails in Virginia, the Yeti 100-miler, because we just have to go back and finish what we started, a close a year finishing a JFK 50-miler in Maryland in 9 hours and 50 minutes. In the summer of 2021, I experienced my second DNF at the 68K or 42-mile Swiss Alpine Mountain Trail Ultra in Davos, Switzerland. The steep descents wreaked havoc with my lower back injury, and I dropped out after 26 miles. Again, grateful for the humbling experience and the lessons learned. The years 2022 and 2023 were off years, and I only ran one ultra, the Lake Waramauk 50K Road Ultra in Connecticut. I'm back this year and all in to qualify and hopefully be selected in the UTMB lottery for 2025. Training to qualify for UTMB in 2025. Growing up in Switzerland and spending summers and winters in the Alps, I would love to return to the Alps and run a mountain trail race. As mentioned, I didn't finish the Swiss Alpine in 2021. I have followed the UTMB for several years, and I decided to dream big. UTMB is more than a race. It's a festival and celebration bringing people from all corners of the world to Chamonix, France for 1 week every August. For the UTMB races, of which there are several, there's a challenging qualification process and a lottery. The Dacia UTMB Mont Blanc is the pinnacle of the UTMB final series with 106 miles or 170 kilometers and 33,000 feet or 10,000 meters of vert to conquer. It's one of the most prestigious and challenging mountain ultra races in the world. This is my UTMB journey at 61 years old. I started my training in September 2023, and you can follow my training with all video episodes in my UTMB playlist. The qualification process is described in several videos. If I meet the qualification requirements, I will apply to the lottery in December 2024, and if selected, I will be at the start line in August 2025. Let's go, guys! Next stop is the 100-mile Canyons Endurance Run. Going all in on the 100-mile Canyons Endurance Run by UTMB. Let's take a look at the Canyons. The 100-mile race would earn 8 UTMB running stones, similar to lottery tickets. I would build my UTMB index for the 100-mile distance, but only if I finish. And there are many challenges that stand between me and the finish. Not the least of them is the brutal heat that last year reached 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 32 degrees Celsius. When designing my race plans for 2024, I wanted to register for the 200-mile Canebrake in Atlanta at the end of March. Having reflected on both the Canyons and the Canebrake, and with my ultimate goal to qualify for UTMB in 2025 being very much front and center, I decided to postpone the Canebrake to next year and to go all in for the Canyons. Beyond the qualification benefits of the Canyons, the race should provide important and necessary insight into mountain trail and ultra running. This will benefit me for the 87-mile or 140K Trail of Verbier St. Bernard in Switzerland in July, also a UTMB qualifier, and ultimately for UTMB if I'm accepted. My 10-week training plan for canyons. With 10 weeks until the canyons, I wrote my own training plan. I created a couple of videos to share my experience with writing an ultra training plan, and I'm sharing a condensed version here. I set race goals and align training objectives with these goals. That creates the plan framework. I do that in the context of a specific race and make the training objectives, as well as training activities that enable these objectives, race specific. Unfortunately, that's where many online ultra plans fall short. They're usually generic and often designed as one-size-fits-all. Specifically, I review key race challenges, distance and time, course, surface and terrain, weather and other environmental factors, crews, pacers and aid stations, nutrition and hydration, shoes, clothes, gear, race rules and protocols, risk and readiness assessment, what can go wrong and how do we respond. And last but not least, I will assess my own strengths, weaknesses, and readiness. For some, planning and organizing may not be that comfortable, and that's okay, and I recommend you do what works best for you. Let's remember to have fun and enjoy the journey. It's an awesome opportunity to grow and develop, not only physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and become a better version of ourselves. The training plan. There are a couple key prerequisites for the 10-week plan. 1, we have some experience with trail and ultramarathons, and 2, we have a foundation required to train and race in 2 to 3 months. As mentioned, I started my UTMB 2025 journey in September 2023. My training highlights for last year are shown here. December was my best month, and specifically the final week of the month was my best week. You may ask, why plan? Benjamin Franklin said, quote, "If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail," unquote. I think that's very much true. I wrote the plan as a framework, and I prioritized 3 key training objectives, which would be race specific and therefore may be different for another race. The key principles to keep in mind are: keep it simple, be flexible to adjust and adapt, manage performance load and running stress, embrace failure to learn and improve, focus on continuous improvement, and health and wellness. The 10-week plan is built with 3 training blocks. For the first block, continue improving technical trail running, climbing, descending, and time on feet. Also work on lactate threshold and strength and mobility. 3 hard weeks followed by 1 down week. Important note for the down week. This doesn't mean easy. It means reduce volume, but maintain quality and intensity. The second block, max out at 70 to 80 miles, 10,000 feet of vert, and about 14 hours of time on feet. Same as the first block, the second block is 3 hard weeks followed by 1 down week. Finally, the third block is really a half block, with the first week of maintenance, second week reduced volume and intensity, like a gradual taper, and the third week little to no running, with a 100-mile canyon endurance run on Friday and Saturday. Why gradual taper into little to no running? The hay's in the barn after the second training block, and there's little to be gained by continuing the volume and intensity of the first 8 weeks, and a risk that the race will be left in training, and we arrive at the start line physically and mentally tired. The basic weekly structure for hard weeks is as follows. Most important are the weekend back-to-back long runs. Some weekends are a combination of groomed, runnable trail on Saturday and technical trail, walk-run on Sunday. And some weekends are technical trails on both days. Generally, Tuesday and Thursday are hard workouts comprising lactate threshold and VO2 max sessions. Wednesday and Friday are easy to medium runs, followed by strides. Monday may be an off day or an easy short shakeout run after the back-to-back weekend. And for down weeks, it's an opportunity to adapt to the training stress, consolidate the gains, and stay healthy and mentally fresh. Overall, volume is lower, and instead of back-to-back long runs, I plan a single long run. Similarly, instead of 2 lactate threshold and VO2 max workouts, there's only 1. Last but not least, the dress rehearsal, race strategy and plan, and race kit will be covered in videos a few weeks before the Canyons race. We'll provide training updates for Canyons that are race specific and in a larger context of my UTMB 2025 journey. Please consider following and supporting my UTMB 2025 journey as well as my training for the Canyons 100 on YouTube and Strava. Hopefully you found this video useful and would appreciate if you give it a big thumbs up, hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed to follow my journey, please consider doing so. It would mean a lot. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.